Greetings, African family. Welcome to another episode of Clear Thinking with Brother Delani. In this episode, I want to touch on something. I want to touch on a phenomenon, a particular video that I saw emerging out of Jamaica. It's one by the one called Sir P. He normally does a podcast in Jamaica called Politricks Watch. And he came on my feed and I look at the video. And I saw a video of a man who was criticizing Ibrahim Traoré, calling Ibrahim Traoré a stooge of Russia and China, degrading the man, disrespecting the man, disrespecting Ibrahim Traoré, calling him a coward and all kind of disparaging thing. He's not a revolutionary. Russia take him for idiot and carry a gun, go visit Russia president and all kind of things. And I'm saying to myself, what does Sir P hope to gain from this narrative? Using all these straw man argument, oh, people look for a savior. We're looking to one man to come save we. And Ibrahim Traoré is no revolutionary. He's a coward. Now look at this, my people. You have a man with disguise him vice, cover him face, you can't know who he is, hiding from the public, hiding from everybody, and claims say Ibrahim Traoré is a coward, when he himself is afraid for his own life, and he's nowhere in the league of Ibrahim Traoré, and he expects Ibrahim Traoré not to be concerned about his freedom, and his life, and his safety, and he must just leave himself careless and be naive about security. But yet him now, Sir P, have to be so concerned about his security as a so-called blogger in Jamaica, that he can come and just disparage this man on the world stage, because it seems like some kind of, it's sad that we have to go down to these petty levels to describe some people. But it seems like there's a level of bad-mindism in going on here. There's a level of jealousy going on here. Somehow the limelight is not on Sir P. The limelight is now on Ibrahim Traoré. And somehow he have a problem with that. The man have not said anything to go against his people. The man have done anything against his people. All he has done, all he's been accused of, he's trying to help his people. He's trying to get his people from under colonialism, regain control back of the resources of his people. And he goes, one Sir P goes out of his way to emphasize that Ibrahim Traoré is giving away the resources, the gold in Burkina Faso for an 85 to 15% arrangement. People look upon that. Who would accept that? Because he doesn't know nothing about geopolitical politics. He doesn't know anything about mining, about extraction of resources and mineral resources. That agreement that the government of Burkina Faso is making with the Russian company is a temporary agreement. And the government and the people of Burkina Faso don't have to put up a dime. And that company will do all the work. And they will share the profit, and they still have to pay taxes. And there's many other parts of the agreement, and I can't, when I'm getting to understand now, it's probably going to only be an 8-year agreement. But he doesn't go into the details, because he's too lazy to do that. It's easy to theorize and opinionate and give his little side criminal argument when we do at Jamaica, and us bash people with languages. See it with Jamaican talk. If he sound good and sound like him informed. But in reality, you can tell there's a shallowness in his analysis. There's a laziness in his analysis. The only thing that he said that I can agree with was that there's a lot of AI-generated content coming out about Ibrahim Traoré. And if we are intelligent, we can detect when something is AI-generated and something is real. There's much misinformation, much over-glorification using the AI technology. But there are a lot of accurate information. And there's enough accurate information out there for us to form an opinion of this man, Ibrahim Traoré. And that this man is on the right track. He's not perfect. He's not a savior. He's not a superhuman. He has a plan for his people. He's trying his best. And even if he get eliminated tomorrow, he would have came and he would have brought a level of inspiration, a level of symbolism for Pan-Africanism, a level of awakening for Pan-Africanism that we have not seen in a long time. And that should be welcome. We need, I repeat myself, we need 1,000 Traoré across Africa and the Afrobean, aka the Caribbean. We need to be standing up for our sovereignty, standing up for our peoplehood, standing up for self-determination and self-reliance to take control of our resources. That is a agenda that we have to beat home over and over again. We cannot allow simple-minded, simpleton analysis to come and distract us. What I am encouraged about, though, I read in the comment section of Sir P video, and the overwhelming majority of the viewers them are disappointed in Sir P. The overwhelming majority support Ibrahim Traoré and refute and dismiss the so-called Sir P down there doing video about Jamaican politics. Almost 99% come out and said, you know, Mr. Sir P, we like what you do. You know, we like, boy, I may watch you for years, but this time I disagree with you. Overwhelming majority. So I know our people are not sleeping. We are not gullible. We're not going to fall for any little thing. You know, see it. We're not going to allow Sir P to come and try to muddy the water for us now to start to question the character of Ibrahim Traoré. We're not saying that he's perfect. And he's going to make mistakes. Many leaders are going to make mistakes. But we want to know that we are supporting. He has support. We want him to do more. We want him to do better. You know, see it. And we have to think about what we would do in power. What would we do for the immediate condition that our people are faced with? What would be the midterm goals and things that we want to do for our people? And what is a long-term agenda? We have to think about all these things. When you're in power, you have to worry about every aspect of the people. The food, the clothes, the production process, the infrastructure, the roads, the hospital, the school. You know, look at what the changes he has mandated in our country in terms of free education, free medical care, the changing of the garments of the school children them to reflect African garments and done away with the colonial garments and designs, and go for indigenous production of the school clothes in that country. That alone is I have big respect for. Doing away with these wigs, these colonial wigs that these judges and others, barristers in the country is wearing, reflecting that colonial legacy, doing away with all those things. We have to respect those things. For the Sir P to come out and say, and to criticize this man, which is such a baseless type of criticism. Not even based on really actual facts, but based on his opinion. You know, me, man, I'm not bad man, man, I'm not this, man, I'm not revolutionary, he's just posturing. You know, this is the kind of talk. Walking around with a gun by his side like him. It is petty. And, you know, you can't take them kind of comment serious. And the only reason I'm responding to it is because he's a Jamaican. And he have a lot of following in Jamaica. I just want to add my opposition to his analysis to show that there are other people out here who see Traoré for what he truly is. A genuine African leader who is willing to do his best to liberate his people from colonial domination. And we should always support anyone who is pushing to liberating their people from colonial domination. Always. So I don't see why Sir P would come out and talk like this. You know, this is one of the first time I've said that I've seen him come up with analysis that I totally disagree with. He was off base, and it shows that he has very limited understanding of geopolitical relationship. He has very limited understanding of our historical history and the international order that's taking place. The only thing he knows is what will come out of the Western propaganda and Western media. In fact, he sounded like he was repeating the position of the U.S. government. He was reflecting what General Langley was saying in the Senate hearing in the Congress when he was testifying about the situation in Burkina Faso, accusing Ibrahim Traoré of all manner of this and that. It's the same thing. You know, see it. Himself, sir, so like a stooge of the West, repeating and parroting that nonsense. So we, my people, we must always refute and stand up to these kind of people, because we have always had them amongst our people. They come and they sound genuine, but when the push comes to shove, you realize they're not that genuine. They have their agenda. And it's only a matter of time before their true nature manifests themselves. On the situation of crime in Jamaica, Sir P have done a great job covering criminality, gang differences and gang warfare. I've listened to many of his podcasts, and he have given great insight. But now we have stepped out of that lane and into the lane of geopolitical international politics and Pan-Africanism, and he's totally off key. You can tell he's not well read in that area. He doesn't know what is going on in Africa. He doesn't know how the political situation in Africa and the anti-colonial forces that are rising in Africa. He's not aware. But because he has a platform, he can say what he wants to say, and he has a right. But we have a right to also refute him and to let the people know that what he's coming with is rubbish. It's rubbish, my people. It's a disingenuous analysis. It's a lazy analysis. And I think, the vast majority of the viewers, them, see it for what it is. He's off key on this one. And we totally refute him on this one and reject his analysis. We support Ibrahim Traoré and the people's revolutionary process in the Sahel, what they're trying to accomplish. We need more of that across Africa. And we have to sign agreement with international partners. We have to be in control of those agreements and to do the best in our negotiation to secure enough for our people where we can begin to train, we begin to get technology transfer, where we begin to move towards a self-sufficiency. So any agreement that we enter with the West must be temporary, because our goal must be towards self-sufficiency. And I'm sure Ibrahim Traoré is aware of that. You have to make strategic, immediate agreements. And then you have a medium-term and long-term agreement that you have to make to deal with the problem that you're faced with as a people and as a country. So anyone who's going into power must be prepared for that. Because we have tried the Western world and they have left us in pure poverty. They're coming in with total exploitation and left our environment damaged and desolate, and our people in stark poverty. And the Western world have been in Africa and the Caribbean for the last 500 years, and look what they have done to us. So, and now we're moving towards the East to get a better deal. We should always look for a better deal. And no one can tell us that the deal that we're getting from China and from Russia is a worse deal than from the US. See it. How many universities have they built? How many roads have they built in our countries? They just abandon us after they have enslaved our people for so long and have colonized our people. They have just pack up and left and leave us with all the damage that they have created. The environmental damage, the damage to the people, the health of the people, the psychological and cultural damage, that they have done to our people still lingers today. We have to pick up the pieces, because it's not just building factories, it's not just building roads. We have to rebuild our people who have been significantly damaged by 500 years or more of degradation, held back, and excluded from the industrial process. We have to deal with all of that as a country's emerging out of colonialism into this neo-colonial phase. So it's not as simple as Sir P want to make it look. We still need international partners, but we are now in position where we can dictate the terms and conditions of our relationship going forward. So yes, I support Ibrahim Traoré, and I reject the false, shallow, weak, and lazy analysis of Sir P from Politricks Watch in Jamaica. My respect, my people. Thank you for listening to another episode of Clear Thinking with Brother Dolani. Walk good, my people. Respect every time.